Hello there, this is Nance, and today I'll be playing Cities in Motion 2. It will not be a tutorial gameplay or just a run-through. It will be a rant about some of the game's issues, which I ran through during my first week of gameplay. Um, the game is actually pretty brilliant, I have to say, and it's really good. I like it, but there are some big issues which have to be solved as fast as possible because they are, I think, not maybe game-breaking because you can play the game, but they really bog it down. I mean, it could be really much better if those issues were solved. Let's run through the central city in sandbox mode so I can show you. Um, the first thing we'll talk about is really something that struck me because I thought it would have been done without the users having to complain, and it's the road management. If you're not familiar with the game, it's not like SimCity where you build the city. It's more about building the infrastructures. But there is some city building part which is for roads, bridges and tunnels. So we can build our personal roads and have a wide variety of choices. But there is an issue, a big problem, at least for me. I think you will agree. Let's take that 3-lane road. So we have it here. Let's say we want to make it a 3-lane road without the bus stripes. So one would think that you just take a 3-lane road, you click on it and you update it or override it, maybe with a small cost because you're just basically painting the road. But no, you can't do this. What you actually have to do, you see, what you actually have to do is delete the previous road and make a new one. I mean, how stupid is that? I'm sorry, but really, how come no one has thought about giving the user the option of updating the road type? This is an issue here, and it's actually costly because it cost me 1,400 I don't know, credits, dollars, whatever you want to call them. But think about that. I found myself in a game where I had to update this bridge, which was actually clogged with traffic. I had to update it to a three-way road, 3-lane road with bus stripes, so my buses could run faster through it, avoiding the traffic. What I had to do was to destroy the bridge and build a new one. I mean, with an enormous cost, because it's actually like 10,000, 11, almost 12. So, I mean, I hope they will solve it as quickly as possible, because this is really annoying. I mean, you cannot forecast which roads you will need with any kind of lanes before actually building your lanes. So it's not like you could have thought before about updating it. Also because when you build a line which goes through a road, if you destroy that road, the pathfinding goes crazy and it cannot kind of find its way again. First big problem. Let's see the second problem. Okay, we'll build 2 lanes. That's, you can see here that um, sorry, damn it, blue color. We have workers living here, and we have a nice industrial area down here on the south. We might want to connect them, so we'll have two bus lines, one going through the residential area and one going through the industrial area. And let's start building our lines. We'll start with a nice big depot for both of them, which we'll build here. I always prefer to build depots on an existing crossroads, because if you build them here, you add more lights, which is also another thing I hate. Because I mean, it could just be like a giveaway sign instead of lights. But anyway, that's a minor issue, and it's basic, probably personal. Okay, let's start building up with a nice stop here. And I'll start building smaller stops here. I'll just run as fast as I can through all of them, just to show you, okay? So we'll have a few bus lines here and there. We'll not be going through all of the town because I just need to show you. And let's buy some vehicles, which is something I suggest you to do. First buy some vehicles, then build the line, because otherwise the passengers will be complaining that the buses come late because there are no buses to run on the line. So we bought our buses and we start building a line. So let's start with a depot, first, second, third, and so on, stops. And for that first line, we'll go... Oh, I think I've missed a stop, sorry. Where is it? Here it is. No way, I have to delete the previous ones. Okay, fixed. And back to the depot for that first line. I know you can do like the first stop and then the depot so the line will live, but for the first line we'll use we'll make it that way because I have something to show you. So first bus is running, not on time. Actually it's out of timetable, I think. 10:53, no buses, but we'll see that in a moment. We'll see that as fast forward. But at 12 there'll be another bus leaving right on time. Let's wait for 11:40 or something like that. It will go out. Okay, so here's the first problem. 11:54 bus is here on the stop, and it's not 12, and look at that, it will be leaving. 11:57 the bus left. So why wouldn't it be waiting at the first stop at least for the right time? No idea. First problem, passengers will be complaining that the bus is late because they missed the bus, which actually was early. First little problem. Let's see the big problem now. Let's build a second line. We'll make it quite small because I just want to show you the problem. And back on tracks. So that line will be like collecting the passengers from the first stop, which were collected from the residential area, and bring them to their workplaces. Make a second line. Depot. First stop. Second, and so on. And this time we'll make it go back to the first stop and then depot. That way the bus will be looping as long as the maintenance level is high enough. If the maintenance level is low, it will drop passengers at the first stop and we start over. Okay, so the bus again is leaving not on time, not scheduled bus going around. Let's buy more buses because I'm pretty sure that we don't have enough of them. 7 needed. Let's buy a big one, big ass bus, the small one. Now, let's fast forward for that first bus, let's say second bus, because the first one is of course not on time. Okay, so we have our schedules running. The next bus for line 2 is scheduled at, I think 22. So in 2 hours another bus should be leaving. But here we have a bus coming back from its run, and it will just drop passengers. No passengers. It should just go straight to the depot because there are no buses scheduled for 9 o'clock. Let's see what happens. That one is going back to the depot. But let's see the first one. Here we go. As planned, it goes for the last stop of the line. It should not be picking up passengers, just dropping them. But nevertheless, it's picking up passengers. Why for? There is no bus scheduled for 9 o'clock. It should go back to the depot. But no, we have an unscheduled run going on. Let's see again the line. You see? 9 o'clock, it's Monday, 9 o'clock, no scheduled buses, but we have a bus on the line. Why? Because as soon as the bus comes at the end of the line, it doesn't wait for the next run, it doesn't go back to the depot, it just goes straight for another run. That's why sometimes you will find two buses on the same line, very close one to each other, and you have no explanation for that. And that's why you have not enough buses, that's why you will have unscheduled runs, that's why you have some problems with timetables. Let's say again, if the times match, we have a bus coming, and the last bus of the day is scheduled for 10 o'clock. So that bus should probably just go for the stop and wait there till 22, because as you see, it's just half an hour away from it. No, it goes back to the depot. And new bus. I'm sorry, no bus is coming out. 22 o'clock run, no bus is coming. So why? I'm asking myself why. I have buses available and, well, they're not being used. 4 vehicles available, 2203, no buses. It was clear that that bus wouldn't make it on time. (22:15), so 10 minutes late, enough for the passengers to complain about bus being late, actually, I have to say. And that's why you probably just start dropping your reputation low. So how to fix that? Don't build lines, looping lines. Always go back to the depot until that thing is fixed, because it will fuck up your timetables. I hope the explanation is clear enough. Just try it yourself and you'll notice. You see that the line 1, which doesn't loop but goes straight back to the depot, is always on time. It's always on time, no complaints, you see? No unhappy faces. Here, on the other hand, even smaller line, we have passengers complaining that the that the wait was too long, that the bus was late. Why? Because it was unscheduled, because there were maybe not enough buses, because some buses didn't even go for the run. How annoying is that? I hope that closer order will fix that. I hope that that game will get the appreciation that it deserves, because it's really a nice game, complex, entertaining, challenging, but has some not minor but major issues which create really big problems for the players. See you in the next video. Bye from Nuns.